Hi, I'm Lisa Marie Latino, sitting in for Steve Adubato, and this is One-on-One's Experience New Jersey Week. Today, I am joined with Will Morey, President and CEO of Morey's Piers in Wildwood, New Jersey. Will, how are you?
Just great, thank you.
So, Will, we have viewers watching this show from Maine to Maryland. Why should they come to Wildwood? You
know, Wildwood is just a great family place. Wide beaches, free beaches, I might add, and also just a fantastic collection of boardwalk amusements. I think those are two of the primary reasons people do visit us in Wildwood.
Now, Morey's Piers obviously has all those amusements, so describe what exactly you have on your piers.
Well, there are 3 piers with about 80 amusement rides, plus we have 2 water parks as well. That are located behind 2 of the piers. So in all total, there are 5 different facilities to visit and over 120 different attractions to visit, as well as restaurants and games and all those things.
I see monster roller coasters too, if you see on the screen.
I do, yes. The Sea Serpent was built in 1984, and it's one of our most popular attractions. The whole family rides the ride.
Now, normally when you go to boardwalks, you don't see monster coasters like that. You have to travel to Disney World or Six Flags, but this is right on the beach.
Well, we're really proud that we've been able to bring to the Wildwood Boardwalk world-class coasters, and we have 6 coasters now. 2 of them are legitimately world-class coasters. I should say really 3 now, with our wooden coaster on Adventure Pier. So it's, and these coasters really are coasters that the whole family can ride as well.
Now, you also have water parks geared towards the whole family as well. Describe them.
Yes, we do. We have Raging Waters, which is located behind our Mariners Landing Pier, and we have Ocean Oasis, which is behind Surfside Pier.
Which we see right here, right?
Yes. There's Ocean
beautiful.
Oasis. That was just, we did a complete makeover, for lack of a better term, and added a lot of elements that, once again, our focus has been to make the boardwalk more family-friendly for the adults as well. It's not just a place for kids, but a place where kids and their parents can really enjoy time together.
Now, I told you off there, I grew up going to Wildwood. My family and I, we would rent a place every 4th of July week in North Wildwood, walk to the boardwalk, have Max Pizza, ride on the tram car, the best time of my life. And I said to you earlier, I haven't been in a few years, and you said, well, you wouldn't recognize it. If people like me who grew up going to Wildwood but haven't been in a long time, what's changed?
Well, I think that there's a lot more options now in terms of housing. There's been a lot of development, a lot of residential development. So there are more options beyond hotels for families to stay. I think the boardwalk has improved and become, I think, more interesting. And again, I use the term family friendly. I think we're trying to make it really attractive to the grandparent as well as the young child. I think those are a couple of things. The beach is just fantastic. The number of events that are going on in town now has grown tremendously as well.
What kind of events?
You know, the one that comes to mind to me that's just so much fun to watch is beach soccer.
Beach soccer, wow.
We have 20,000, we had an attendance of 20,000, over 1,000 teams. So we had over 12,000 kids playing soccer on the beach. Just under 100 fields. They're smaller fields. There's, I don't know, 5 or 6 persons to a team, and it's just zany to watch. You know, you see all these kids out there. But the event attracted 20,000 people, and the family that came the furthest last year was from Kansas City, Missouri.
How do you, now Wildwood, how do you appeal to people from Kansas City? I told you before I would make friends with kids from Canada. So how does the Morey organization and family appeal to countrywide and even in other countries?
Well,
how does that happen?
The Jersey Shore is a great place, number one, so we start there. You know, we think that the Wildwoods is a unique collection, really, or adds a lot to the Jersey Shore experience because of its highly developed boardwalk and rides. But what we have found is the way to really bring people from greater distances than the Delaware Valley and North Jersey, which is our primary market, is through events. The soccer event is a great event. We have a beach jam event, which is a scouting event on the beach. There's ultimate frisbee on the beach. So those are just some of the events that go on, and I think those are very useful to us to be able to attract people who wouldn't otherwise necessarily say, hey, let's just go to Wildwood. You know, we're not right around the corner from them.
Now, you keep mentioning the word family, and Morey's Piers is a family organization. Your father started it 40 years ago, and you're celebrating your 40th anniversary this year.
Yes.
How did your family get into the boardwalk business?
Well, you know, we were sort of laughing about that the other day. It all started with a sliding board, basically. Now, it was a giant slide, but it started with a sliding board, and it was a slide that my uncle and father saw down in Florida. They were in the construction business at the time, had an interest in the boardwalk, and they said, you know, this would work on the boardwalk. We should give this a try. And they were able to make an arrangement with an individual who had a very small little putt-putt golf facility and a beach grill, and leased his property, bought his property, and that's where the first slide was built in 1969, and Morey's Pier grew from there.
Now, besides the boardwalk, something else your family finds very important is the doo-wop architecture that makes Wildwoods so unique. So before we go out to our break, describe a little bit about that architecture.
Sure. Wildwood has the greatest collection of mid-century architecture in the country. It is, and the term that's been coined is doo-wop architecture, and you can see it in the influence of design throughout the town in signs, even the bank signs, the Wawa sign. It's really fun when you come in town. You know, you really can tell you've arrived at someplace different, and I think that really harkens back to the days when families after World War II started vacationing together. They started driving. You know, the automobile became available to more and more families. They set out on family vacations, and Wildwood was born.
Well, Will, thank you so much for flying up here, flying up to our studios from Wildwood. I had a great time with you. I'll be seeing you at Morey's Piers this summer. I'll definitely recruit a lot of my friends, and Steve will be right back with the famous River Hot Dog Man right after this.